Welcome. What's up, family? Oh, shit. Alright. Be early. I mean, it ain't early, but, you know, I'll be confused in the morning and shit. Switching shirts and shit. You know, got to put on your super uniform. You know, it ain't easy being a superhero. It ain't easy being a black man out here. You know what I'm saying? Sent out the black signal. The black signal went out, and now we up and we are live. Let me go and make sure everything is working properly. Okay, we are up on Spreaker. We are up on Facebook, family. Good to see you. Good to see you. Lines are open. Lines are open. I need to make sure that y'all know that so that y'all call in. We're going to do this toast. Oh, man, I forgot. Let me pull up the video that I want to share. Even though y'all won't be able to see the video, you don't need to see it. You need to hear it, right? So yesterday in the EEC, sister shared this video. Oh, my God. Amos Wilson video. I'm going to share it online with us right now to kind of jump off a discussion. First, we're going to do the toast. Then we're going to sit down. We're going to listen to a little Amos Wilson. Then I'm going to get out of here because we got... there is Divine Conversations today. I don't think I got a flyer because I would have sent it out. I didn't get a flyer. Didn't get a flyer. Didn't get a flyer. Let's go and type it in. See, these little snippets like this, 5-minute snippets, I'm going to work with. Let's see, it's 5 minutes. I ain't have to do all that. I got it in my... Let me stop it right here. Yep, it's 5 minutes, 34 seconds. I know y'all got 5 minutes, 34 seconds for me. I know a lot of my family's in church and doing stuff, but hey, that's cool. So, we're going to do it. We're going to have a conversation. Let me see. Let's get this. Oh, this glass is so heavy. I heard the competition broke under pressure. You know what I'm saying? Glass, I heard your competition broke under pressure. I heard that it cracked just so that they wouldn't have to face you and come to realization that you are the greatest glass in the world. Just thought I would throw that in there for prosperity, you know. The glass war is over. The great glass war is over. And guess who is victorious? You. There can only be one. Alright, so family, let's go. We're going to drink the water. But first I need to let you know that you are now listening to the Congregation of the Mighty. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Alright, anime, you're going to have to take it up another notch. This is the Heart of a Simple production. Of course, you listening to the Daily Toast. I don't know. Both of y'all sounding kind of low. I don't know what's going on. And of course, we strive to blow up your old paradigm. Grab your glass. Grab your water. Let's work through it. We got some issues to work through. Got a lot of issues to work through. I'm going to pour almost 30 ounces into this glass. Other people talk about their glass can hold 16 ounces. My glass is holding damn near, if not, every bit of 30 ounces. Lift your glass and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Move your body, drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Drink. Breathe, live, move, drink. Now lift your glass and drink some water. Now lift that glass and drink some water. Now curl your glass and drink some water. Just drink some water. Drink. I see you, CeeLo. What's going on? Drink. body, drink some water. Now move your body, drink some water. Now move your body, drink some water. Move your body. Drink, down fly, drink. Drink. Don't start that no shit. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. You know what? Raise your glass. Drink. Oh, here they come. Thanks a lot, CeeLo. Now take your breath and drink some water. Lift your glass and drink some water. Move your body, drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, live, move, toast. Breathe, drink, move, toast. Now take your breath and drink some water. Move your body, drink some water. Lift that glass and drink some water. Raise your glass and toast those ancestors. It's unbelievable. My daughters are still asleep. I don't believe it. We're moving into the nine hour of the day. They slept. But of course not. I hear movement. I'm going to have to wake my son up to handle their basic needs. All right, family. So I want to thank everybody for taking the time for tuning in. Hopefully some of y'all are on the app. CeeLo, you need to turn on your Gye-Nyame Journey. You got to turn on your Gye-Nyame Journey app, man. I'm telling you, man, we communicate. It's incredible because we have our own domain. This is like territory that belongs to us. You know what I'm saying? It's our superpowers. You understand what I'm saying? It's our superpowers, as you say at work. Even though you talking about waking up them girls, that's cool, CeeLo. That's cool. You know, you got a grown daughter, so you ain't got to worry about her jumping around and breaking shit. That's cool. Allende Afrique is up in the building. I know you've been getting my texts, Allende. How come you ain't been getting in contact with a nigga? You know what I'm saying? I've been sending texts out. You ain't coming or nothing, huh? But shouts out to the family. Which one is that? All right, cool. So now, you got the, all right, I don't know why you got Apple though. All right, but you got Google on your Apple, so you should be able to do all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I have to show you. I just got to show you. So, next time I see you, please pull out your phone so that we could turn on your stuff because we could be in contact. I got groups and stuff like that where we could be writing writing on the newsletter as we in action. Shouts out to Miss Dion Watson. Shouts out. I see you throwing those thumbs up. So family, now we're gonna have conversation lines are open. Let me make sure that everybody knows that the lines are open and that you can feel free as part of the Daily Toasters to call in. Once you're in the Daily Toasters, you are part of the congregation of the mighty. You know what I'm saying? And they say God stands in the congregation of the mighty, judging amongst the gods. I don't know when you judge unjust except the person wicked, I say. Shit, don't be fucking around here, right? Listen, it's great Imani to each and every last one of y'all. Let me see. The line is open at 614-556-4535. I'm gonna ask that you not call in yet. No, well, I got we have a divine conversation this morning, so I'm gonna go to that. Let me make sure they got where we at. Okay, cool. Let me post this up on Spreaker. 614. The line is open. Now, I want y'all to know this line is open at all times. So if you run into something that you want to rant about or whatever, call into the line and it should automatically come on. Now, I'm trying to work it, but nobody has done it yet. It should automatically come on. It's going to record you. You don't have to wait for nobody to get on. It should automatically start recording, right? And I want to set it like that. I need to know that it's set like that because I want to make sure that this line is open because the line is a show in itself. I could download that and I could post it up on the Spreaker because now, remember, the main hub of this media company, right, is the podcast. Video, this Facebook video thing is only a small part of what we're trying to do because there is, right now, Facebook is just using all of us. We need to be understand. We all being pimped. They're using us and they're packaging all this shit and they're selling it to advertisers. So we have to understand, and there's no way that in the way that they got it scheduled, the way they got it structured, there's no way that we can make money at this point in time. YouTube has taken a different stance on that, and they allow you to make some pennies off of what you do. Podcasting is the thing where we can get in and we can actually make major moves, right? Because it's basically like radio. But you control the station, so you can sell your own space. So we go out and we get our own damn commercials. You understand what I'm saying? We go out and we control that, right? And we could actually do the same thing with Facebook. Actually, you know what I'm saying, you know, but we won't talk about that. But I got a little bit more control over the Spreaker piece. So now, let's do the toast. Lines are open, 614-556-4535 right now. Huh?
Did it rain?
Not this morning. Why? Now, check this. I want y'all. Now, I just have to tell y'all this story. So, Gina getting up, right? And she asked me if it rained. And I think it did, though, Gina. But anyway, so Cleveland got his garden. Y'all seen the garden outside, right? So, Gina takes some seeds and go outside and plant her seeds in a hole out here, not knowing that they go around, they be spraying and shit. I'm not gonna kill her, but they growing. She growing beets, right, out in the yard, cause she got her own little garden because Cleveland got all this space up over here. So she trying to do her stuff. And the piece that I'm bringing up is that our kids do what they see us do. She saw me interacting with Cleveland, and now she trying to grow her shit. She want to grow her stuff, right? So she growing her beets out in the yard.
This call is being recorded.
Incredible. All right, somebody's on the line. Who on the line?
Who you think?
Oh, Miss CeeLo, the girl cheerleader. What's going on? Don't be starting no crazy stuff with my babies. I've been trying to get them out of saying no. I just don't want to be mean. Be like, don't be saying that shit. Wow, but they, you know, that's how they participate. They're like, damn. So.
Cute Trump always.
Man. So, all right. So what I was talking about, CeeLo, is that somebody else is on the line. Who else on the line? What's up? Welcome to the journey. Welcome to the congregation of mighty. Who this?
Lady J.
What's up, Lady J? How you doing? How you know we was on?
Because I get messages that they are on.
No, my God, no, you don't. Oh, okay. I wonder who's sending her messages. Who is sending? What time you be getting them? You get them early in the morning?
Question.
Go ahead. What's the question?
Do you know or have you seen on Cleveland Avenue?
Gye-Nyame Place?
A building. Is it a church or what is that?
What, a Gye-Nyame Place?
Yeah.
I listen. I have never been. Well, my fault. I drove by it. I saw that shit. I stopped and I looked inside. I thought it was a funeral home or something, but it's some type of program that's attached to the church in New Salem down there. It's not up.
Okay, I've been inside.
Okay, go ahead, Lady J. What is it?
It's attached to the church where New Salem has, and they have different programs there. I know they would have choir practice there for some time.
So it's like
Yep.
So it's like an annex or something. They own it. Okay.
Right.
Correct.
Well, what they
where did they get Gye-Nyame from? The word.
Well, I mean, you know, Gye-Nyame is the most popular in Dinka symbols. There's hundreds of Dinka symbols. Gye-Nyame is the most popular. You know what I'm saying? So you know, I had to get permission.
I can't for God, and the meaning of it, except for God, isn't. That's kind of the. I mean, it could work, and that's why I thought it was a church or something. I was like, huh.
No, leave it open, Gina. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying. I just wondered. I didn't know anybody that had ever been in there, and I wondered if you had ever been in there.
Now I peeked inside. I was, because you know, it piqued my interest because one of my daughters that came up in the family, you know, we've been talking about Gye-Nyame for years. She called me soon as she saw him. Was like, Daddy, why you ain't tell me you opened up something on Cleveland Avenue? I said, what you talking about?
Avenue, right?
I said, what you talking about? She said, he Gye-Nyame place up there on Cleveland. I said, baby, I don't know what you talking about. You know what I'm saying? But then I drove by it, and matter of fact, Quojo told me about it too, cause he like, yo, how you gonna go over some shit down the street from mine? What is you talking about? What the fuck you talking about?
Right, everybody.
Man.
Yeah. You are the first person I thought of when I saw it. I was like, oh.
Well, hey.
What this is. I knew it wasn't you though, because you had never said anything about it. I mean, if you had a building, we would have been in it by now.
Yeah, I would. Yeah. You know, I'd have been flossing. I'd thrown something up in the building or whatever. They'd have closed me down already and shit. You know what I'm saying?
I know, right?
But hey, lady.
I'm going to get ready to go to yoga, so I'm about to jump off here. But I did want to throw that out there, let everybody know who's interested in coming to yoga that it is going on.
Oh,
it's going down.
That's right. Hey, before you get off, before you leave, totally, make sure you put the address and all that up.
I pushed it up on the wall on the timeline.
Thank you. Sure, all right. So anybody that's interested, yoga will be popping off. I think it started at 10, right?
It sure does.
All right, and it will be over at Gore Insurance, and that's on
3485 East Broad Street.
3485 East Broad Street is right. Is that mall across the street?
Now I have a question.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Is the Gore Insurance affiliated with the Gore Dance?
Yes, it's the same person in the drum and dance. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Wait, Inya got a dance company?
Wait a minute, I thought she sponsored it or something. When they came to Kwanzaa, wasn't she with them? I thought they were. If she was, let me not spread false rumors. I don't know. Let me.
There's some affiliation. Let's put it that way, because
there is some affiliation.
Right.
I will say that.
So there's some affiliation. So So yeah, but now the yoga that's going on is put on by Violet Fire, Sister Roni. She's leading the class, and she partnered up with Gore Insurance and Sister Inya.
Awesome. What's awesome about it is it's not just yoga. It is Afro-Kemetic yoga. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it incorporates the breathing, self-empowerment, flowing postures, guided meditations. So, you build your confidence, vitality, flexibility, and your ability to transmute adversity and trauma to power and light.
Now, Sister Cynthia say, I believe Sister Inya does dance with Gore. Now, Gore, I'm not even gonna say it. What I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to ask Sister Inya on the show anyway, so she could talk to us about some insurance and insuring our lives and stuff like that, so that we can leave some legacy for our kids type thing. So then we could talk with her a little bit more. But I know she does dance, and I think it may be with Gore in some form or fashion. And there's a story behind why her company is named Gore, because I know it has something to do with her going over to Africa.
Yes.
So I mean, that's an interesting story. So we got so many people with so many talents in our community that we need to start doing these interviews, and we need to start having these discussions so that we can start understanding the stories that's bringing us all together. because I was talking to
Yeah, we
India.
need to have we need to do a show on the emotional emancipation circle.
Oh hell yeah!
Someone,
Matter of fact,
every time I tell somebody that I'm going to that, they're like, "Oh wow, what is that? I've never heard of that." I'm like, "Well, this is what it is, and more of our people need to hear about it because, as I say in every session, Hakim, I believe that our growth and development needs to start from a foundation of healing, and most of us have not had that.
Healing, the most important thing, healing. So we're gonna invite homegirl on the show so that we can talk about the most important. But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to the root.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pull on my teacher, who's one of the ones that I think she the one brought it to Columbus, Dr. Linda James Myers. I've been trying to get her on the show, and I'm gonna get her on the show because plus she wants to start. I think she wants to start doing a podcast or whatever because she's doing radio. So, and I'm telling her, say, listen, podcasting is where we need to be. Podcasting is where we need to be. For now, because of course, something else is going to come and knock this out the box, but we just have to be prepared and have our kids prepared so that they can let us know what's coming. You know what I'm saying? Because they're the canaries in the cave and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like our kids, we have to, for our children, we have to pay attention to what got their interest so that we can start figuring out how to use it and start, because we don't want to be a generation like the generation we came up under, right? My grandfather told me something like, he said, man, one day he said to me, he said, if you stop spinning on your head, maybe I'll buy you a car. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? You up there making sounds with your mouth. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe my grandfather. I was like, what? So I can have a job? You know what I'm saying? Just have a job like you? And be, you know what I'm saying? Because he used to get up early, come back and don't be the happiest. He wasn't the happiest motherfucker working. He was more happy when he retired. But what I'm saying is, I don't want to be that generation where I'm just looking at them, condemning them, and not. I want to be one of those type of parents that look and be like they did with skateboard. This motherfucker scarring up my lawn, and there got to be somewhere I can make some money. He pretty good. There's got to be some money I can make some. It's got to be a way we can make some money off of this. We got to be able to look at our kids' talents and be like, there has to be a way we could take and rule the world with this shit. But Allende says she doesn't dance with them anymore. I like the new flavor. All right, so Allende covering two things there. Allende is clarifying that she doesn't dance. She used to dance with Gore, but she don't dance with him anymore. And then he's saying that he likes the new flavor of that ambrosia. So he gonna go on and hook the brother up. So all sliding is forgiven, my brother, because you have given me a way for me to go on and advertise this new flavor. That's that goji berry. That goji berry. Look up the power of goji berry. But now back to the conversation. But there's so many stories in our community that we need to be able to start sharing so we can look at what brings our tribe together. Because all of us, we might not realize we tried, but there is so many little subtle stories that bring us all together. But go ahead, somebody was about to say something.
No, I wasn't about to say something, but there is a reason I called in this morning.
Go ahead. I'm about to start some shit. I'm ready.
I wouldn't dare do that, Hajim. I come in peace.
Oh, God. That's what the white man say all the time. That's what the white man used to tell us all the time. We come in peace. Go ahead. I'm just joking with you, baby. Go ahead.
So I come in peace. So somebody did jump on the line, though, didn't they?
They jumped. She had to go. She about to get ready to go to yoga.
Okay. So I'm driving in my car, and I see a flag, right? An American flag on the freeway. And it just prompted me to call in because did we already, have we already poured libations?
No, not yet.
Okay. So it just prompted me to call in because I'm thinking of, it's very unfortunate that when I see a flag that it's either two things that's going on, but most likely here lately it creates a piece of angst in me or and so my thing is that this flag now is so often associated with what? when you see an American flag, somebody wraps their flag on their truck or they're hanging the flag, what are you thinking?
Who, me?
Yes.
I don't even think nothing. I just look at the damn flag and keep on rolling. Sometimes I miss the damn flag probably. What am I supposed to be thinking?
No, it's not what you're supposed to be thinking. What you should have is a sense of pride as well. You know, what you should have, you know, I think about the number of my ancestors who fought for this country. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times their lives, their sacrifices are put to the side because people are so disgruntled, you know what I'm saying, and so dissatisfied with America. You know what I'm saying? But we forget those people who, you know, it's just so deep. So I was just led to the line that I too am America. You know what I'm saying? I never stop. I always think about my African American ancestors, my historical ancestors here on this earth, right? I always think about them. And again, it makes me proud. Those things make me proud to be an American. To know that yeah, we come from Africa.
I knew you was going to start some shit.
That we built this country too. Like I too am just as much ingrained and intertwined in the fabric of this country. You know what I'm saying? Like and so often we forget. So often we allow the system to make us feel like second-class citizens, when in reality, our ingenuity, our sweat, our tears, our ancestors built this here country. Like, it's just crazy. But how society, you know what I'm saying, how the system will make us feel when the reality is of the opposite, you know. So I just bring, you know, I hope to instill a sense of pride, you know what I'm saying. I like to say that you know, when I say I'm a proud American, that's where I'm speaking from. I'm speaking from knowing the ingenuity, knowing the labor, knowing everything that my ancestors, including the soldiers who fought in every war.
Every war. You got a point.
Every war, revolutionary, every French and Indian, every single war fought on this land. My ancestors fought and died. Like, that's crazy.
Wait, hold on.
And someone would try to have me forget. Yes.
Lady J, like I said, I knew that you called in to start some shit.
I didn't call in to start.
But I'm just saying, you already know that when you called into my show and you said that, right? We got to ease into that type of shit. You jump into it. Look, somebody called in. Hold on. Somebody called in hot enough. Calm it down. Who that?
This is your dad.
Oh, what's up, Gye-Nyame? Are you on speakerphone, man?
No, yeah. My fault. I forgot y'all
Yeah, nigga, sound like you in a cave.
Regular radio. I'm out here on my sun deck, man, chilling. I don't talk in the morning in the house.
Oh, okay.
Come outside first.
I can dig it. Hey, so, but Lady J, I mean, listen, Lady J does raise a very excellent point, because it is important that we realize that we did build this motherfucker. We did sacrifice, and actually we are the sacrifice that made this idea of America possible. And that's what a lot of us got to remember.
And not only that, when people say that they don't believe in the American dream, I say, how can you not? You are the American dream. You are the people that pulled themselves up by their bootstraps. You are the people that kept your eye on the prize. You are the people. You are descendants of those people. You are the American dream. Even though I didn't mean to go there. I just was moved.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
These flags. I was moved by seeing these flags.
Listen. I could go either way on that one. You know what I'm saying? As far as the flags, they don't affect me when I see them. I don't get all emotional. You obviously got emotional about the flag.
I told you they cultivate a piece of angst in me.
Wait, hold on. Hold on.
Yes.
Here we go. Because this is what I'm saying. CeeLo says, the Confederate flag gets me more, but I agree about the U.S. rag. And see, then you started talking and she paused. I'm cool with being African exclusively feeling based upon, she talking about, when you start talking about the flag, the red, black, and green, black power first, raised high, the nightmare. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of us that still, we in, some of us are in that phase, and you got to understand why. Just like you had to come to the point where you are right now, we got to understand that a lot of our folks are not there yet. So when you called in, you got to understand that you just opened a hornet's nest. You know what I'm saying?
I apologize.
No. Don't apologize, because this is a necessary conversation.
We can pour some libations for our fallen American.
That flag is, hey, that flag, you gotta repurpose it. The stars stand for the sky, and the red and white stands for our land, the land.
Come take a sip.
Maybe we gotta have our own purpose for it.
All right, somebody else call in. Who this calling in?
It's Philo.
Here we go. Come on.
Let me clarify. Okay, my entire family has been in the military and has served.
You want some sauce?
So I understand that. I mean, go back to my great people I know. I mean, I can send you pictures of their tombstones, and they all have military grave markers. So, yeah, my people have died for this. Everybody I've been married to was in the military.
You said everybody you've been married to?
I've had two husbands.
Okay, I'm just trying to be clear. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, what?
They're still alive and well. I left them alive. No, we're not.
They're still alive.
Hey, y'all, those that don't know CeeLo, y'all got to understand why niggas like you. What? All right, and she clarified. She clarified they're alive and well. We gonna take her word for it.
Yes, they are. My sister retired after 29 years in the United States Air Force. My brother served 20 years in the United States Navy. So I'm not negating the fact that our people have absolutely given their lives for this country in form of, and in terms of enslavement, in terms of what we gave, in terms of actual blood, sweat, and tears in our lives. They literally worked our people to death. Our blood is so deep in this soil.
Work everybody to death.
But my point is this. I agree with Mr. Kaepernick. That flag symbolizes all of that to me. When that United States Constitution was written, it wasn't written to include us. We weren't even considered to be human beings, and guess what? We're still not. In the eyes of most of them, when they see us, that's why they can slaughter us. That's why they can commit mass genocide of us in any way that they can think of possible. The United States flag that's what that means to me. I have no pride in it. The only thing that they've given us, for the part of the dream that they've given us, is they've let us not be killed yet. I gotta get dressed for yoga.
Yeah.
Wow. I personally like the flag. I don't mind it. I love it.
Yeah, it's not the flag.
Go ahead.
It's not the flag. I'm just making a point. You know what I'm saying? When I said that, when I see
Great
white
Imani,
folks with the American flag, I think racist. You know what I'm saying? I get anxious when I see people hanging a flag. And this is the sad part. These people who call themselves Americans, they're not even Americans. Because if you really look at the documents of this land and what they say, and what they truly say, something like stopping and seizing, searching me without a fucking probable cause, that if you're in favor of that, how do you call yourself an American?
Hold on.
That's what our values are built on. So this is what I'm saying. People who call themselves so-called Americans want America to be great, so-called, quote, unquote, I'm telling you, they're not really American at all. We watched what they did to Barack Obama when he was in presidency. The things that he said, that was not American at all.
Hold on.
That was not American at all. And so these people...
Hey, slow down.
American.
Hold on, wait. You covering a lot of good material. Don't burn up all the good material. We got people writing in. Brother Allende, go ahead and say what you need to say.
I'm going to keep it simple like this. So look, I traveled around the world with the military, the USO overseas shows. Okay, I've been in different countries, and in different countries, it's totally different than here. Totally different. And if some shit go down, I bet you your American ass is gonna run to the U.S. embassy.
It happened to me.
Saved.
That shit. Listen, that shit literally happened to me. I lost my motherfucking passport.
You gonna have to take your ass to the. Go ahead.
I lost my motherfucking passport. I was stuck. I went to the American embassy. It was a line. It was a line all the way back. I walked out. Somebody looked at me. That was with me. Said, "Man, you ain't got to wait in this line." So he said, "Go up front." So I went up front. I walked right past the line. Everybody, all these black folks looking like me. Soon as I opened my mouth and they heard the American accent, them motherfuckers snapped to attention, opened the door, and let me in. Period. So yeah, I hear them on that shit. But then also let me read.
Regardless
Go ahead.
of what you are and where you from and your neighborhood with state and all of that, when you overseas, their job is to serve and protect you as a citizen with a social security number and all that bullshit that we talking about. And that's their job. And then more than that, in the military, you got white and black people living. They love each other. They dying together over there.
I don't know much about any of that because I just got on my first plane ride not too long ago. But I do tell you that, I thank you, Ayende, for adding this further, I thank you for that.
But somebody else on the line. Who else on the line?
I'm telling you, I grew up in this blackness, whatever you want to call it, and everything. I came back from there, and I was loving my country, and I still do.
Now,
I went around all different kinds. Some countries, they don't even carry, the police don't even carry guns. They got sticks and stuff, and all the gangsters got guns in the U.S. military. So what you going to do? You over there, you trying to get back here and pay rent. What you going to do, say fuck the flag? I mean, I don't know.
but hold on. Now we got somebody else is on the line. I don't know who it is. That's Ayende. I'm sorry, my fault. We got wait, hold on, Lady J. Hold on. We got Regina Idrisu. She says the whole world is Africa. That's our birthright. We should not get caught in a specific country as it is now. That can be easily turned into another form of tribalism and divide and conquer. Hold on. She got some more. I want to go on and read the rest of what she got. Give me my due. I'll take it all back. The whole world is Africa. Our ancestors, our legacies, our birthright is global and universal. CeeLo did the mic drop. It's become a symbol. She's talking about the current, because like what you felt is kind of what CeeLo is speaking on, because you saw the flag and you see it on the truck, and I think it affects you that, I don't, when I see the flag, because I was in the military, because I understand what America is an idea. I understand that. It's an idea that took some land and shit and used people to build up. And because I have blood in that, I got skin in the motherfucking game, this is my shit. So when I see those crackers with that shit, when I see crackers with that shit doesn't bother me either way, because this is my shit. And then on top of that, depending on where I see the motherfuckers at, I'm really not concerned, because them motherfuckers will not jump out.
You know where I just saw it at?
Where?
I just saw it. I was just riding on the freeway on 270. It's hanging near the exit before you get off for Easton. I just saw it there. You know what I'm saying? But it just reminded me of it's a paradox. It's a paradox with this flag. You see what I'm saying? It's a paradox.
It's a paradox with every flag. It's a paradox with all ideas.
And again, what I would hope, when I think of what is needed, my people need a sense of pride. And if more people understood, if more blacks understood that this was their country, if more blacks understood and took pride.
But that's the issue. Wait, hold on. But I think
in the sacrifices that were made.
I think that's the issue.
That we're pouring libation.
I think that's the issue. I think a lot of people are hurt and frustrated, and have been hurt and frustrated for generations. But hold on, time out. You saying what they don't need to be. But the fact of the matter is, at one point in time, you was hurt and frustrated when you really start realizing what was going on. So you can't. Wait, hold on. Everybody, you always wanted. Let me finish. Goddamn. Everybody has to go through their phase. We all have to go through. We're going to feel it. And then part of that phase, part of the piece of when you coming into the awareness who you are is anger. And it's also looking at that flag and realizing what that flag represents and what it put you through. And then you grow into where you are now. And you can't force everybody to automatically be where you are.
Can I say something real quick? Some of these people are walking around and they're so angry, but they've never heard of a sex farm. They really don't even know our history. Like, how can you call yourself angry? Some people don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, they haven't done enough reading, Hatim.
But most people don't.
That's what I find with my people.
Why you get louder when I'm starting to talk? Don't do that.
Okay. I'm sorry, Elder.
See, listen. Now I want you to get your point across, but the piece is make it concise, baby. Get to it, because it's like, I mean, you want people to, because there is no group of people where all of them are steady. There is no group of people where all of them are steady. They depend on the leadership to get them where they need to be. And right now, our leadership is failing us. It's our leadership that's leading us towards where we are. There's no group of people. All Asians aren't good at math. All Asians are not reading. They all don't know their goddamn history. It's their leadership that lets them know where they are. We are where we are because of the leadership that we have been either given or we have allowed or that we allowed to take leadership. That's why our people are the way they are. So that it's not their job to do all that goddamn studying. The leadership is supposed to do the studying and get out there and do the teaching.
I got it.
Go ahead.
I got to tell you what the people need to do then. The people need to turn off their TVs. The people need to turn off. They need to unplug, because what is happening is that we are being socialized to behave in certain ways. We are being socialized to believe certain things. We are being socialized to be divided. All of these things, these things and these ideas and these ideologies are being oppressed upon us. So when we have our most vulnerable amongst us, i.e. our young people, soaking up and being bombarded with these images, we begin to believe these things, i.e. this idea that this is not our country. We have been socialized to believe that. We have not been socialized to take pride. We have not been socialized to recognize and acknowledge those individuals that made those sacrifices. That is socialization. So if we really, even if the leadership is to study, then we have to convince those others amongst us to turn off.
How many does it take? How many does it take to turn off the TV?
That ain't right.
How many does it take?
Or you do a propaganda campaign.
Well, Lady J, how many? How many? Lady J, how many? How many people does it take? How many people does it take for? Because you know what? I'm tribe building. I don't give a fuck about all of them. I really don't.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied. Hold on. I can tell you right now. I'm satisfied that at this point in time, I have 9 people, at least 9 people listening. That's 9 that I know of. Right? It don't take nothing but 10 of us to really start changing the world. See, because we want to do a mass campaign and we want to reach them all. We don't need them all.
That's ironic that you say that, because I go back to my ancestor W.E.B. Du Bois, correct? And he talked about the talented tenth. So I'm going to say it's going to take a talented tenth. When I first read and began to understand his philosophy, I was not in agreement. Right now, I am in total agreement. It's going to take a talented tenth. And then this is the thing. It's not about the people on this phone turning off their TV. It's about us understanding and controlling what our young people get through programming, right? So I'm not an impressionable soul. I'm not going to watch this stuff. It's not going to make a difference to me, no way. But it's about what that legacy that I'm leaving. So it's about what we do with our children. It's about what we do with our youth. So when we come in as a talented tenth or as a tribe and we make agreements, a lot of this is based off what we have agreed not to allow as far as our children, because they are the future.
Oh yeah.
That's who's going to make the change. That's where this is going to change, huh?
Exactly, and that's why I'm saying, it's like if I get this 9 right here, and all the young people that we have influence over, you know what I'm saying? We less than a generation out, family. You know, we're looking at the future changes. Every time I see Mali, or I see Melbourne, or I see Cleveland, or I see Gina, or I see Sasha, we're one generation away, and we could mess that up though, right? We could mess that up, right? And I'm like, yo, see, because the whole piece is we have the ability to educate them so that they can move through those phases, because they're going to get upset when they see what happened to us in this country. And some people still, I mean, we still upset, and we got to accept that, because some of us will never accept the flag, and I'm cool with that. But what we need,
I'm cool with it too.
Okay.
But what I'm going to do is they got a song about this in elementary school, and I love it, Hatim. And I tell you that I know that you think that I am. I know that I can only imagine the things that went through your mouth, your head when I start speaking my mumbo jumbo, right? Because I know it annoys you.
No, it don't annoy me. What it does, it causes good conversation. But it's kind of early. See, I should have opened up and did the libations first. Son told me I should have did that.
I'm about to get off of here. Because I got to run in this building. But there's a song that says you have to accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, act on the affirmative. You ever heard this "Don't Mess with Mr. In Between"?
No.
It's a song we used to have to. You have to spread joy to the maximum, bring gloom to the minimum. You've never heard this song?
Never heard it.
Have faith.
Yeah.
So I think okay, because I'm so much younger, I forgot. So I know what y'all was singing back when you was in school. Those old.
That's an old song.
Yeah, and so
what I'm saying, it's a little pattern. The when you sing it, it'll be familiar to a lot of folks.
Yeah. So this is a
Please
song
don't
that's
sing
like
it.
a sound. It's a soundtrack. Hey, Allende, do you hear these blows that I'm throwing at Hatim? He's like ignoring them. Is he still on the phone?
I'm on the phone.
Oh.
You only get on my nerves when I want you to get on my nerves. You can't get on my nerves when I don't want you to get on my nerves, because I'm very appreciative of the fire that you bring. I'm very appreciative, even though you won't let me talk. I'm very appreciative of what you bring, because you bring hot topics and subjects of discussion that are challenging, and I mean, it forces, like when the incident that happened with us earlier in the week, and I had to get up and I had to leave because you made me, I was so motherfucking frazzled. She fucked me up. She came in with a conversation. She would not, and she refused to leave the room. I had to leave.
He was not upset with me. He was upset with someone else.
Oh my God, no. It was
what I said. It was what I said that reminded him of what someone else said that really angered him. It was like post-traumatic stress. I said that one word. Oh my God! Yes, he was ready to kill me.
I wasn't. I left. I went to go water the damn plants. And for those that don't know, listen, this is the beauty of the garden, right? Because even with all this, because I was able to walk away from her and do something useful. I was able to go out and water some food that I could eat later. It was incredible. By the time I came back, I was laughing and shit. You know, I felt good. You know what I'm saying?
No, you wasn't laughing.
No, I wasn't laughing. I wasn't laughing with you because I wanted you to see. I wanted you to get the idea of my anger, my level of anger at that point in time. But I was laughing with faith and shit and all that. Y'all killed you.
I can't take you serious.
So it was crazy, man. But hey, family, now. So let's do this toast real quick. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back. I'm going to play this Amos Wilson, right? And then that will be... Because I'm telling you right now, the ancestors work in incredible ways. Because what I'm going to play is going to fit in perfectly with the conversation that we are presently having. So I'm going to go and do this toast real quick. I'm going to make it as quick as I can because we're going to read all the names. Because we don't short our ancestors at all, right? And if anybody out there that has some ancestors that they want to put up so that they could be read out loud, if they're not on the list already, by all means put them up. because we have to salute our ancestors. We have to, right? Because like I said, you know what I'm saying? Because, all right, Brother Patar Ra says, greetings. Information does not make people knowledgeable. Wisdom, understanding truth is a must. Too many judging others, they forget about when they were just like the rest. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, and that's a major piece. And like I said, oftentimes we have to be, all this shit we going through is good on the journey. Why? Because, you know, we have to be able to remind ourselves of shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we get caught up in our groups and we forget that at one point in time, we was feeling like that too. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, so hey, we need to be able to remind each other. We need to, like, that's why I talked about yesterday. This is why I miss some of my elders, because like Normal used to check a motherfucker quick. You know what I'm saying? Be like, damn, all right, okay. But what the problem
Please
with
don't forget my request. I'm going to watch you on Facebook. Please don't forget my request.
What's your request?
That we remember our American soldiers that have fought in each and every war, fought for this dear nation.
Wait, time out. Every time I pour libations, we got the whole list.
I don't have a specific name though, sir.
But okay, do you have anybody? Do you have anybody on your list that was in the military?
Yes, I do.
CeeLo just said that she got 3 or 4 generations of individuals. She got a whole bunch of people on here. I got a whole bunch of my grandfathers and my dad were all soldiers. You know what I'm saying? So every time we do this,
Everyone what?
you say what?
I just wanted a blanketed statement. That's all I wanted.
For the military, we gotta keep something sacred now. This is sacred.
She want to come in and just bulldog my stuff.
It was just for today.
It wasn't just for the
today. Okay.
Hey, nothing but is Imani. Today is Imani.
How you gonna come in and hijack? You trying to hijack the libations? I will see you. I will see you on Umoja, you young Padawan. I'm gonna check you when I see you.
And Allende, you should learn to be more consistent. You started off supporting my argument. You're supposed to stay on my team just for today. Allende aside.
Now you trying to run everybody. Listen, I'm trying to help you. We got to keep something sacred, baby. Ain't nothing sacred no more. You was just talking about them phones and TVs. We got to keep something that's ours. This is sacred right here.
Okay.
This is a ritual.
All right, so
we gonna just open it up to everybody. Now we're not gonna.
That's not good.
Don't make no.
Brother Patar Ra, if you could throw up some of your ancestors so that I could toast some personal ancestors. Y'all better wash your hands after you get done. Where you gonna put it? That's not gonna work. All right, put it in our movie. All right, here we go. So first, we're calling on the creator by whatever. Miss CeeLo said you went too far. We call on the creator by whatever name you choose to call that creator. We call that great power, that first ancestor. We raise up our glass and we say Ashe. From near family, we move on. We can add our individual. That's right. From there, we move to the stars of the show. We call on our personal ancestors. And get ready for the list. Here we go, family. Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robert and Tex, Santa Davis, Herman Brown Sr. Now, let me preface it with this. Family, I'm reading the list from my perspective. So, I'm reading my family first. When you are doing your own libations, I know some of y'all, because I hope you're already doing this, but you read yours first. Always. Your family first. Now, because I'm doing the show, I'm doing mine. But when somebody else comes to take over, or I'm not able to do it and somebody do it, when they read the list, they starting with theirs. Start with your ancestors first. All right? Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robert the Texan and Davis, Herman Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilly, George and William Walters, Christopher Fanny Gasson, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fiend, Cleveland Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Elvira Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Falar, Montague Pimenel, Nomo X, Pat Mahara, Malika Fakua, Dr. Marianne Williams, Coach Kamar, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusef Weston, Elder Anjani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Actor Jr. Excuse me, ladies. Real life here, Gye-Nyame Journey. Jay Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright. Go brush your teeth and put on some lotion because we got to go.
What?
Y'all heard what I said. Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pullian, the Luxter brother, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Rendelman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Louis Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Carolyn D. Russell, Susan B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Sarah Well, Levita Farmer, Argosa Sue, Shell Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Deolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza, Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keachler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stober, Hilda Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mary Moss, Ophelia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kenty, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.E. Johnson, Delrita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry Worrells, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hattie Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineer, Elder Amatep Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey and Eleanor Howe, Frank and Russell and Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Vina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy. Now to the pretty book. Here we go. The list is just growing. Let's see. Any other ancestors get put up? All right, nope. Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Ryan McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rayshawn Easley, Javea McCormick. I repeated 3 times because she recently passed away. We have Nevaeh Mitchell, one of the young censors. She just passed away. Nevaeh Mitchell. Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Urban, Hiron Phillips, William Ford Jr., Margaret Logan Phyllis Barnett, Lee Urban Sr., Michael Urban, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Battles, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Baba Naeem, Tim Butler, Ramey Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., John Dewey, and Ruth Beard, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Bet Vaughn, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, Henry West Staton, Joel Jamel Alls, Miss Manila, Albus Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Earlington Houston, Albert Moore, Lee O. Okay. Albert Moore, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nana Harris, Eva Ford, James Hairston, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Frances, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Vivian Stevenson, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Doretha Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Lester and Rachel Saunders, John Bowie, Alex Nixon, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwilyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet Tubman, Kate Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch, Hatch Sr., Mally Miller, Housie Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Aunt Becca, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Haley Johnston, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Donna Hill, Richard Glebus, Jerry Doyle, Amina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Emma McClendon, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Boots Jefferson, Stacy Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Hazel Gatson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaneko Parsons, Jason Cathy, Jennifer Sensenbaugh, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbert Longmire, Edith Catney, Eugene Spratling, Calvin Spratling, Phyllis Lee, DeFriedis Hines, Inez Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scantleberry. And we lift up our glass and we say, Ashe. Man, family, the list is getting longer and I appreciate it. Now we move to the present moment. Let me play my present moment speech.
Damn, Ron, come on! What's the matter with you?
Tomorrow. Let's do it tomorrow.
There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
We salute the now, the present moment. Family, if we do not start handling our business in the now, our children will have no future. But because I know that we're going to put it down, as we always do, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes our feet have to be toward the fire. Sometimes our back has to be against the wall. Sometimes we have to be facing death. But we always get it together. We have always historically got it together. So I am very confident that we are in true understanding of the now. And we're going to empower our now. We're going to take this now and we're going to use it to the maximum. Right now, for those that don't know, we are in Imani. Hopefully you should know what that means. But if not, it means faith. The Maadic principle of the day is harmony. The M7 of the day is trust. The color is red. The Hermetic law is gender. If you was born on this day, you are crazy. If you are female, it's a kuasa, a kusua. From the Emotional Emancipation Circle, African Center Cultural Virtue and Value System, we had a class yesterday. The cultural virtue that we're focusing on today, Wolof. In Wolof is a sense of honor, self-respect. Jom, it's called Jom. Akan is goodness of human nature. And in Yoruba, we got Oju Onu, Ona, originality. All right? So we're going to move out of the moment. We lift up our glass. We say Ashe. From there, we toast our children, our children's children, on to infinity, family. Right? But we can't toast them if we ain't handling our business in the present, right? So since we handling our business in the present, I'm taking it that we are able to toast the future of our children, our children's children, on to infinity. And with that, we say Ashe. From there, we toast all of our relations. All right? And we say Ashe. From there, this is that special moment. This is that selfish moment. We done toasted everything. Now we're going to toast you. Right? I'm going to allow you to give you a second to ask for what you want, because when we ask the Creator and ancestors to be here, guess what? They're here. So right now is a perfect time for you to go and get what you need. I'll give you a couple of seconds. Go ahead. Ashe. From their family, now I toast the most powerful being in the room, and that's you. Each and every last one of you, I thank you for tuning in. I thank you for joining the congregation of Mighty and listening in. I salute each and every last one of you. And with that, we say Ashe. 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 Damn. I broke the bed. God damn it. Oh, man. Maybe it was a blessing. I don't know. Here, we're going to buy another one. Here, throw that away. No, you can't have it. Be careful. It's good.
I don't want to have it.
All right. Well, throw it away, girl. Throw it away before you cut yourself. Damn. So now I gotta go on. All right. So you find that piece of glass, throw that away. Put on your dress. All right. So real life here, Gye-Nyame. I guess I can't knock the glass that hard, huh? I wish you peace, power, joy in 100 years. So now here we go, family. As promised, I want y'all to listen to what they shared with us in the Emotional Emancipation Circle. It's only 5 minutes. Amos Wilson, I'm guaranteeing you, it's worth it. So take this couple of minutes and listen in. We're going to discuss it real quick because I'm going to get out of here because I was supposed to be over at the African Central Personal Development Shop 5 minutes ago. So I'm already late. What the hell?
There were no people in the world. There would be no history in the world. No culture in the world. Culture does not stand outside and direct us. It is where? Inside of us. And it directs us from the inside. Culture is instilled in our bodies and in our minds. And we have to keep that in mind because sometimes we tend to see it as something separate from ourselves. Culture indwells in us and it inhabits our bodies. Our history dwells in us and it inhabits our bodies. We reflect our history and we reproduce our history when that history becomes a part of us and is one with us. We tend to see culture in terms of music, in terms of the kind of dance we have, in terms of the songs we sing. And that is a part of culture.
We're clear that. Tell Cleveland to get ready.
But ultimately, culture is deeper than that. Culture is a way of thinking. Ultimately, culture is a conspiracy. That is, it is a means by which a group of people organize the way they think, organize the way they believe, organize the way they see the world, so as to create a consciousness by which they can cooperate in achieving certain ends, so that they can mutually aid each other and gain ends that they cannot gain as separate individuals. So culture is an instrument of power. The individual through culture extends his power. And the culture extends the power of the group.
You ain't got to go to their party. Didn't I just
when we talk about music and song and dance, what we are talking about here then is how culture ultimately comes to be implanted in our bodies. You see, we tend to look at song and dance and music as entertainment. And this is a serious mistake. We have a lot of our youth out there looking at music as mere entertainment.
Pick that up. Fix that.
When we say that we are being enculturated, it means that a spirit is being implanted in us by the culture. It means our group is instilling in our bodies and in our minds a possessing spirit such that when our culture calls our name, we respond to it. When our culture is in need of defense and support, we then defend it and support it because we are at one with it. In other words, why does the black man respond to the white man? Why does the black man serve the white man? Why does everything the black man do benefit the white man? Why does the black man say freedom is doing what I want to do? And why is it that everything he wants to do enriches the European? Why is it that our youth say that they are being free and that they're doing what they want to do and they're expressing themselves and it involves buying $100 pair of sneakers from white folks?
Folding that cover up, baby. You need that cover folded up. Let's go.
Yes. All of this kind of
before I
stuff.
get the socks together.
Why? Because the spirit that is implanted in the human mind and in the human psyche is there to only respond to its creator and to its master. And therefore, when you let another people generate a spirit in you, when you let another people generate certain values in you, when you let another people generate a certain look, generate a certain reality for you, when you let another people let you see yourself in a particular sort of way and see your own people in a particular sort of way, they have implanted a spirit, and that spirit has been created by them, and that spirit only responds to them. And it only responds to them in terms of furthering their interest and working against the interests of the body it possesses. And this is why there's that self-destructive spirit in us. Because the demon that possesses a body is not there for that body. It is there for the creator that placed it there. And if necessary to obey its creator, it destroys that body. It will destroy the body it inhabits.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Did you hear that? Since everybody hanging up, you still on there? Somebody still online?
Yeah, I'm on here.
Were you able to hear that?
Yeah.
Amos,
I'm still digesting it.
Amos Wilson was cold. That one is called Inner Culture, family. I would suggest that everybody listen to that. Some of the key points that come out there is that culture is a conspiracy. Culture is an instrument of power. Culture, you know what I'm saying? Culture helps people, helps a group of people put together something for their mutual aid. Culture shapes the way you think. So the question that we have to ask as black people, as we have been asking for a long time, is what is our culture? And why is what we claim is our culture? Is it benefiting us or is it benefiting others? Because culture is developed for people to survive. And this is the key piece that we always got. So we have to look at the behaviors that we're acting and that we're acting out, that we're saying is cultural behaviors. Are they benefiting us? And if not, then we have to be honest with ourselves and be like, yo, this shit is not cultural, because culture always strives to make it possible for the group that it. Let me break it down. Let's look at it this way. Culture is designed. Culture is an operating system. Culture is an operating system that is designed to make sure that an individual is able to survive and make sure that the group is able to survive. This is what culture is for. Culture is not for us to be able to come up with fancy moves and fancy music. That is not what culture is for. Culture is not for us to be able to develop a beautiful clothing. That's not what that shit for. That's an offshoot of culture. That's the unimportant shit in culture. Culture is designed to help a people survive. So if the culture is not helping the people survive, the question has to be, was this culture developed by the people, or was this culture developed by someone else? Because he described it as a demon, and he says that it will only operate in the interest. Let's think about this. In the interest of his master. So some of the basic behaviors that we arguing about. See, because we could break down a lot of our arguments and be like, yo, is this culturally appropriate? That's what the fuck I mean when I say, is it culturally appropriate? Is what we're practicing, is it going to benefit our people? And as Allende said about the flag, we got to repurpose some of this shit. If you want to hang on to it, I'm cool. I'm not one of those that say you have to change everything. You have to get rid of everything. No, I'm not with that shit. I'm like Allende. Repurpose that shit so that you could be clear that it's serving the interests of your people. If we're going to celebrate some of these other holidays, we have to make sure that we're able to celebrate them in a way that we're going to benefit from. You know what I'm saying? If we're gonna instill some of these practices in our communities, we got to make sure that we're able to benefit from them. Family, if not, we're robbing ourselves and we're robbing our children. And I can't allow that shit. You know, cause you gotta understand. I'm with a group of motherfuckers. We getting old. And in a minute, listen. In a minute, I'm not gonna be able to keep up with some of these young boys. Right now, a majority of my can is a few elite that I won't be able to keep up with. But it's coming to a point where you know what I'm saying, where I'm going to have to start either lay motherfuckers down or sit it down. See, because it's getting to a critical point right now at this point in time. Because it's like, family, everybody else is surrounding their wagons, but us. We the only universal motherfuckers on the block. We the only motherfuckers that feel bad about everybody else but ours.
I told her. I didn't. She wouldn't answer my call.
So I don't understand that shit. You know what I'm saying? So go and take some time. It's called Inner Culture. You can look it up on the internet. Ayunda, you got something you want to say about it?
No, I'm good. You great. You good. That's good.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave because I gotta go. I was supposed to be at APDS.
I'll see you up there. That's what I'm getting dressed to be up at Divine Conversation.
Right. I'm about to head out to Divine Conversations. Even though we had a Divine Conversation, Lady J call every time she call in. She starts some shit, and I love it. You know what I'm saying? I love it. You know what I'm saying? She don't think I love it, but I love it because she got that energy, and it's like boom.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And she passionate about her shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I love that shit, right? You know. But family, like I said, y'all have a great day. I wish you peace, power, joy, and
100 years.
Thank you, Sasha Mosh. What is that on your lips? We don't do that here. Take that lip gloss off. I'm not playing. This real life here, Jim. Yeah, you're too young for it. Take that shit off now.
What?
All right, family. You know, we got to keep them young while they're young because, you know, hey, shit.
Yeah, baby.
All right, I'm out. This brother Hot Tim. I'm gone. Peace.